Yo, what up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? This is Big Face Trucker coming at you. But here's the situation. I'm in a situation. Um, and I shouldn't even be complaining about this, but truck broke down. Truck broke down, and I was under a load at the shipper. And this is what happened, and this is for them freight liners that's out there. Eventually, you probably will go through this because it's a common thing. This is what the technician, the mechanic said. This is a common thing with them, and the thing is that they get you. The dealer gets you on it, and this is how it went down. Well, I was at the shipper. I got loaded. Came picked up and everything, came out to the truck, and all the check engine light was flashing. The red one was on, flashing. The other one was flashing. So I'm pulling the codes. One code said D-rate. Other code said coolant sensor. Other one said def. Now, I just changed my the def sensor for the level for the def sensor. So I was, I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? This has happened all in a sudden because I was like ready to move this load. I came down there, picked it up. It wasn't no problem. Well, I had it towed in. The tow man hit me for $500. All right. $500 to go 20 miles to the dealer. So I get it to the dealer. They run the scam, like they're going to get to it that day. They didn't get to it that day. They got to it the next day. And what the dealer has, the way this deal is set up, they have a guy that do diagnostics. That's all he does all day. And then he passes it on to somebody to do the installation, the labor. So, being that I know the game, how this all goes when you go to a repair shop, I knew they was going to hit me. But like I said, I shouldn't be complaining. All right, this is like my first breakdown. All right, that I had to go to the dealer and get ripped off, and we all go through that. And he goes through it, and he tells me, this is what's going on. The truck is peeled open in the front. Now, if you look it up, it's an ACM module in these freight liners. It's a code that's going to come up. I believe it's 1231 or something like that. I'm not sure. Don't think it's that code or whatever. But it's an ACM. Low voltage or no voltage, all right? So if you know any electricity, electrical work or whatever, something is probably shorting out or something is going on. And this is what was going in my mind. And I'm doing a wiggle test. Now, if you know anything about mechanics or whatever, a wiggle test is when you go through the whole, and this could be a trick that you could use. You go through the whole engine harness, all the harnesses that you can put your hand on, and just wiggle it. See if you can move it around, see if it'll catch your current or whatever. And that didn't work for me. So I sat there for probably about 2 hours before I decided to get the tow truck to come get me. They took it to the dealer, and that's what they came up. There's an ACM harness that actually it's an ACM harness that actually rubs up on the chassis. Now, they didn't want to tell me where this ACM harness. I had to sneak up. It's actually inside the truck. I guess it goes outside the truck. But they also had my fuse box, the one that sticks out. on the Freightliner on the left-hand side underneath the hood. They had that loose. So I guess it all connects together. He showed me a picture where the harness was rubbing together. That's it. But he didn't show me the location. But when I go pick the truck up, I will try to get educated on that, so I could probably drop that jewel so everybody has something to look at, or either I'm asking for the old parts. But this is what they found. So now the dealer, you know how the deal is. One thing caused this thing to this thing and that thing. They went all the way down to all the codes that was in my truck. And they said this caused the problem, and it's a good possibility your DPFs are ruined. Your coolant sensor and reservoir is ruined. They went through all the shit. They gave me a bill of like $3,200. All right. And knowing the history of what I did on the truck and everything, you know, even they wanted to do a force regen and all that other stuff, which they're going to have to do that regardless. I can't deny that. But I told them, you know, leave the coolant out. Leave the DPFs out. I already know all about what's going on right there. All I'm concerned is about the electrical issue. They asked me, you know, well, they tacked on 10 hours worth of labor on just diagnostic. All right. Diagnostic came out to like $1,100 or something like that and everything. And then they gave me that second call. It's going to be $2,600. None of this stuff was under warranty because Freightliner, it's a Freightliner part. This truck, you know, and my question is like, so the truck was made by two different companies, you know, and he's like, well, you got a Detroit warranty, which is the engine and all that other stuff. And if it's engine related, then Detroit will cover it up to, I believe, 750,000 miles or 600, somewhere around there. Electrical, it's a wrap. It's a done deal. And the technicians are saying that these Freightliners have electrical issues. So my thing is like, why, you know, y'all know it has electrical issues and y'all have recalls on these things, but you don't send out the message to the owners and let them say, hey, bring your truck in before this even happens. Well, the part was, you know, the harness was made by Freightliner, so they wasn't putting that under the warranty. I got to look into more of that warranty shit. But, you know, it started pissing me off because they started to want more money. They was trying to attack on other things and everything and making one thing has something to do with the other. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. And, you know, in my mind, I'm like, you can't, that's not possible. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, I pulled up and this is what went on. All I need is that harness redone. All right. I'm 90% sure the harness was the issue why my truck would not run for 20, 30 minutes. All right. It would shut off and then restart. So now I got the bill down to $2,264, something like that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pay it. But like I said, I shouldn't really be crying about it. Because this is my first breakdown with this truck. And I hear horror stories from other people in the shop. But they got those those expensive trucks, those specialty trucks, you know, and Freightliner is just a common truck. It saves me more money with the Freightliner to do my business. And then, you know, with this situation that went on as far as electrical and harness, and then I started looking up, they got the harness for sale on eBay, brand new, you know, for $500 something. And that's just damn near as much as the dealer was like $450. So I'm like, man, they really digging into the driver's pockets, and they know how important the tool is. And I just feel that trucking is really, it's not a fair business. You know, it's not a fair business because they know that's what the deal. And when, you know, when it comes to a mechanic digging in your pocket, and then you got a broker that won't give you no money on the loads, they taking money, and then, you know, you got a factoring company, and then you got, you know, the whole fucking whole shenanigan deal with trucking. You know, it's like you'll win one year, and then another year you'll lose. You know, and you'll win, you'll lose, you'll win, you'll lose. You get used to it, and you say, "Fuck it, I just like doing trucking," and I just, you know, I'll just, you know, keep banking as much as I can go and cross your fingers and be lucky. You know, so that's where I am at with this truck today. I got to go down to the sheriff's office and do some gun shit. You know, I got to do some stuff down there. And I ordered a whole bunch of suspension parts for the truck through Amazon. They sent the wrong shit, so I'm not gonna. I was gonna make a video of doing some work on the truck, and this shit happened. So I'm gonna send those parts back because they was wrong anyway. And I went to the dealer and got the right part numbers, and I'll cross-reference and see if we can grab it here in a local auto repair, auto parts store, or either online. So I'm gonna price that out. But that's where I'm at in trucking. I know if this coming up, and the biannual is coming up, and you know, I got plenty of time. But man, to me, I don't like sitting in front of the computer. I don't like going through passwords that I didn't forgot, and pins and all that other stuff. It's just, I gotta sit down and be ready to do that, and that's what I gotta do. But I need to get this truck, and basically I'm gonna have to run and probably 3 times the amount of money that I didn't spend and put that back into the bank account. Which is not much to you guys, not much, but to me, anytime I do trucking, and I guess that's, you know, it's a mindset. Anytime I do trucking, I feel trucking should pay. That's how I feel, and I've been winning, and now this comes up, and I'm sure, you know, some guys probably out there saying, "Man, you still winning." You know, that ain't nothing. Well, it's something to me. You know what I mean? I'm not used to spending all that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? To make money. But you probably say, well, get used to it. Well, you know, I understand. Yeah, I probably need to get used to it. And it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. I thought about it last night. I thought about it for about 2 hours, you know, just sitting there, laying there thinking. I was like, God damn. And then, you know, now I'm on some different shit. Do I need to go get the software? Do I need to get really deep into this truck? Do I need to, you know, get the manual and find all these spots and be able to pull these codes and do it, and be able to reprogram and do it all right here at my house, just like I did BMWs and Mercedes? Yes, because this truck it's been good to me. You know, it's been good to me. So, now it's like, yeah, get out there, run. The rates are still, decent, good, you know, get out there and run. The only time the rates affected me is when it dropped down real low, or like pandemic and stuff like that. But other than that, the guys, I see guys, I see the rates drop and everything. But, when you got a relationship with brokers, you always constantly doing above $3. And I'm in drive-in, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not doing long runs right now. But before, I was going, I was doing the $3 and coming back from New York doing the $2.50, $2.50 a mile, so I was winning. And my cost per mile even dropped even lower. It was $1.50. Now it dropped even lower now. So, and that's due because, equipment is paid for. So should I be complaining? No. Should I make this video? Yes, because I got to make this video, because those that have Freightliners, you got a good piece of machinery. All right. And I know there's some nice trucks out there. You feel good inside and everything, but man, that Freightliner right there is it's like a Chevy. It's like a Chevy or a Ford. It's just a basic truck. And if you get to know it, all right, you can knock out a lot of the problems, or save a lot of money. Save a lot of money from going to the dealer. If you got a little mechanic inclined going on with you, if you like spending the money and putting it in the shop, that's on you. If you got a good local mechanic, not the dealer, and he's fair, stick with him. That's going to be my hunt. I need to find that mechanic, other than taking it to the dealer. I got me a tow guy. Unfortunately, my tow guy hit me up, but now, saying I got somebody that I can actually negotiate my tow. And with a mechanic that you can negotiate, because they want money and they don't want you to take it to the dealer. It's just like when I was working on cars. I didn't want people to take it to the dealer, because you know what? They're going to pay the dealer all that fucking money for the same thing that I'm going to do. And I don't even want all that money. I just want enough to make you happy, make me happy. Everybody walks out the deal, win-win. With me going down here and paying this truck and getting it out, I am not happy with it, but I understand the situation. I understand the dealer, how they get down. All right. I understand my truck much more. I got a little educated because I had to get up and read about it and sneak around in the truck while the technician was out to lunch and look on the computer and see what was going on. Found out where the ACM control module is. It's in the center console inside the truck. But what I don't know is where the harness runs from. So the harness must run inside to the ACM module, which is in the center, right where some of our trucks have that Qualcomm at, in that area. You take that panel off, and it's down in there somewhere, and the harness runs to that, and I think it runs from there to outside the truck. So yeah, it's something that I could have did, but now that I learned and know, all right, I should have dug deeper into the truck, but I couldn't. I was on the road. I was under a load. And what happened to the load is that just so happened I got a good broker, and we buddies, and he had a friend in the area that runs the same route that I run. We sometimes bump heads and, and say, hey, what's up, man? And he knew me. He came over, took my trailer, ran the load, and then I towed mine to the shop. So Right now, the truck is not ready. Talk about a test drive or whatever they got to do. And I got this feeling that, this is what the dealers do. They take test drive, they do the regen, and they call you up. Well, there's something else going on with this truck. I said, well, you took it for a test drive. You must have ran about 30, 40 miles. You came back. It's running. You could tell me what's going on, but I can't pay no more money. As long as it's running, I'm going to go run a load and get